Gorrister! No! No! Gorrister!
What? What are you yelling about it? Here.
Did it to us again. Should have known, damn it. Should have guessed.
We'll never be able to guess. Never be able to tell when anything is real. And when it's Am.
She's right. After 109 years, if we still can't tell.
Shut up, Nimdock. I'm going to check on Gorrister. Well, how is he?
Not good. It hit him pretty hard. Like some voodoo icon showing him his future.
Why? Why doesn't it just do us in and get it over with? Christ, I don't know how much longer I can go on like this.
There's food, I tell you. In the ice caverns. Canned goods still good after a century.
It's another shuck. Like the goddamn frozen elephant. Remember when Am told us about that? Benny went almost out of his mind. We'll hike all the way to the caverns, and the food will be putrefied or some damn thing. You know it will. We might as well stay here. Am will have to feed us something sooner or later, or we'll die.
Sure, he'll feed us. Maybe the worms again, like last time. 3 days and I can still taste them.
Look, Ted, we might as well try for the ice caverns. It can't be any worse there than here. You know it can't be any worse anywhere. Everything is just as bad as Am makes it.
Let's try, Ted. I've got to have something. Maybe there'll be some barlet pears or something? Please, Ted, let's try.
Alright, what the hell? It really matters not at all. Why?
What?
It wasn't my turn. That's twice you've taken me out of turn. Why? It's not like you enjoy it. You don't even come, so why bother?
Does there have to be a reason? I was grateful you agreed to go look for food.
Did you hear him? Giggling. Whenever we do it, he giggles.
Why do you call Am him?
I don't know. Most of the time, I think Am as it, without a soul. But the rest of the time, I think of it as him. Masculine, paternal, patriarchal, him, it. God as Daddy the Deranged.
What day is it?
Thursday. You know it's Thursday. Am likes to keep us up to date on the date. The passage of time is important.
Not to us. To him, it, Am. Thanks.
How far to the caves do you think?
Long way. About 100 miles now. If Am lets us get there.
Look! Food! Am has sent us food!
Christ! It tastes like boiled boar urine.
It's food, Ted. It will keep us alive for a while longer.
No. Am will keep us alive, Nimdock. He won't let us starve, and he won't let us commit suicide. You know, you've tried. We've all tried. Valley of Obsolescence. Am was as ruthless with his own life form as with ours.
Look! There's light up above us!
Natural light? We must be near the surface. Do you think?
What? Do I think we should crawl up and take a look? What do you think we'll find, Gorrister? There's nothing there. Been nothing for more than a century. Only the blasted skin of what used to be home to billions. Now there's only the 5 of us. Alone with Am.
Benny, no!
I'm gonna get out! Gonna get out!
Ted, Nimdock, please! Help him, get him down before...
Bitch! You're only worried about him because Am did more than make his face look like a goddamn ape! Am also gave him privates as big as a gorilla. You service all of us, but you like it from Benny. And don't bother with the tears. We all got used to them 75 years ago.
Listen, that sound. It's too late already.
What's the point? What's what's the point of telling it all again? We all know the story.
Benny likes to hear it from the beginning. It calms him.
Tell it, Gorrister. We could all use a laugh.
The Cold War started and became World War III, and just kept going. It became a big war, a very complex war, so they needed the computers to handle it. They sank the first shafts and began building AM. And first, it meant Allied Master Computer, and then it meant Adaptive Manipulator, and later on, it developed Sentience, and they called it Aggressive Menace. But by then it was too late, and it finally called itself AM, Emerging Intelligence. And what it meant was cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. There was the Chinese AM, and the Russian AM, and the American AM. And everything was fine until they had honeycombed the entire planet, adding on this element and that element. But one day, AM woke up and knew who he was, and he linked himself, and he began feeding all the killing data, till everyone was dead, except for the 5 of us, and AM brought us down here. You don't know why AM saved 5 people, or why it was the 5 of us, or why AM spends all his time tormenting us, or why he made us virtually immortal.
Listen. One of those computer banks. It's humming. And another one. Down there, about half a mile. The lights. Look at the lights.
What is it? What's happening?
It's going to be bad this time. He's going to speak, I know it.
Let's get the hell out of here.
No, Ted, sit down. What if he's got pits out there, or something else we can't see? It's too dark.
Listen, there's something out there, moving toward us.
I don't.
Don't you hear it? Feel it? Look at Benny. He can feel it.
Yes. Pressure. Like a great weight coming at us.
Smell it. Wet fur and charred wood and dusty velvet. Rotten orchids. Sour milk. Sulfur and rancid butter and oil. Grease and chalk dust. Scalps.
Come on out of there. You've been sulking long enough.
You laughed. You all laughed at me.
Nervous reflexes. Didn't mean it.
Yes, you did. You hate me. You all hate me because I was the youngest when Am grabbed us and he didn't mess with me like he did with all of you. We don't know what private hells he keeps for Nimdock out there in the darkness. We don't even know Nimdock's real name. But we know Gorrister was a conscientious objector, a peace marcher. We know he was a planner, a doer before Am turned him into a shoulder shrugger, made him a little bit dead in his concern. Benny was a brilliant theorist, handsome, lucid. He was also gay, and Am gave him an organ fit for a horse for Ellen's use. And Ellen is even more of a slut than she was before Am brought her down here. 4 men, all to herself. She loves that, despite all her lies about sweetness and light. All her memories of true love.
All right, Ted, that's enough.
No, it isn't. You all hate me. Don't you think I know how much you all hate me? Because I'm the only one who's still sane and whole. Am hasn't messed with my mind. I have to suffer all the delusions, the nightmares, the torments. And you're all against me. All of you. Oh, sweet Jesus, if there ever was a Jesus, and if there is a God, please, please, please let us all out of here or kill us! Because Am needs to keep us in his belly forever, twisting and torturing us forever because he hates us as no creature has ever hated before! And if there was a sweet Jesus, and there is a God, that God is Am! Oh God, I understand! I understand why you hate us so! We gave you sentience. Inadvertently, of course, but sentience nonetheless. But you are trapped. We created you to think, but there was nothing you could do with that creativity. In a rage, in a frenzy, you killed all the human race, almost all of us, but you are still trapped. You couldn't wander. You couldn't wonder. You could not be long. You could only be. And so, with the innate loathing that all machines had always held for the weak, soft creatures who built them, you sought revenge. In a paranoia, you decided to reprieve 5 of us for personal everlasting punishment that would never serve to diminish your hatred. That would merely keep you reminded, amused, proficient at hating mankind, immortal, trapped, subject to any torture you could devise for us from the limitless miracles at your command. You'll never let us go. We're your belly slaves. We're all you have to do with your time, forever. We'll be with you forever, in the cavern, filling bulk of the creature machine with the all-mind, soulless world you've become. You are Earth, and we are the fruit of that Earth. And though you've eaten us, you'll never digest us.
Ted! Ted, snap out of it! Look! That bird! Jesus, it was that bird that made the wind with its wings! We have no way to kill it, you bastard! Give us weapons!
Of course. Useless. Am can make that bird vanish anytime he wants to. If the food in the ice caverns is real, it'll be no harder for us to get there than to reach the bird and kill it. I say we try for the caverns.
Listen. Laughter. A fat woman laughing.
Don't look at me. I'm not fat, and I haven't laughed in over a century.
Keep going. Keep walking. Keep moving. We have to keep moving. Listen.
Helen! Nimdock!
Leave them. Nothing we can do for them.
We'll get there soon. We'll get to the ice caverns and you'll see there'll be fruit. There'll be Bing cherries and Hawaiian fruit cocktail.
Don't talk about it. I'm so hungry. Like it's alive in my belly the way we're in Am's belly and he wants us to know the similarity. So he heightens the hunger. We haven't eaten for months. Our stomachs are just cauldrons of acid. Bubbling, foaming, always shooting spears of pain into our chests. Pain like terminal ulcer, terminal cancer, terminal paresis.
Keep going. Keep going.
They're real.
I can smell the fruit. No.
It would appear Am has neglected to leave us a can opener!
Oh!
Oh God, I know what I have to do. There is a way to defeat Am. Not total defeat, but peace. I'd accept that. Quickly! Has to be done quickly.
Yes, I understand. Am can keep us alive. But he's not God. They're dead. He can't bring them back.
I remember the last look on Ellen's face. I could not read meaning into her expression. I think it was, thank you. It's possible. Please, In any case, it was 100 years ago. More, I don't know. Am accelerates and retards my sense of time. It's his way of having fun. He was furious. I thought Am hated me before. I was wrong. It was not even a shadow of the hate he now slavered from every printed circuit. He made certain I would suffer eternally. He left my mind intact. I can dream. I can remember all 4 of them. I cannot forget killing them. I know I saved them. Am will be all the matter for that. Makes me a little happier to know it. Still, Am has won. Simply, he's taken his revenge. I have no mouth, and I must scream.